Welcome to Sharp Performance. My name is Kegan Gill. I'm a coach here at Sharp. Today we're going to take a look at a practice I call the 5 F's. This is a mindfulness practice that allows you to get in touch with what you really want to get out of life. We're going to take a look at 5 aspects of our life. We're going to take a look at our friends and family. We're going to take a look at our finances. We're going to take a look at our fitness, a look at our faith or spiritual beliefs or connection to something larger than yourself, whatever that is for you. And then finally, fun. So these are 5 aspects of our life that we're going to take a deep dive into to try to get to the core of maybe what we're looking for in life so that we can apply it and move forward as a direction in our life with our goals and habits. This is a great way to jump into performance coaching so you can kind of see where you're at and where you'd like to go, so that you can get the motivation and drive to start working towards whatever it is that you want to achieve by clarifying through this practice. If you haven't already, please take a look at some of our breathwork practices before starting this. It helps to go through some of the breathwork first so that you can calm the nervous system and have a clearer mind as you go into this mindfulness practice. You want to be seated comfortably with your spine straight but not stiff, feet grounded on the floor, shoulder width apart. Resting your palms in your lap. You want your shoulders relaxed. And if you're comfortable with it, go ahead and close your eyes. And just continue to breathe naturally. Settling into this stillness. We live in a society that's constantly going 1,000,000 miles per hour. We're constantly working towards objectives and goals. This is a chance to just allow the mind and body to be at ease. And just breathe gently and naturally. So to begin this visualization, we're going to start by taking a look at our friends and family. Now, if anything were possible in the world, which it is, a year's time has passed from now. What ideally would your family and friends look like? How would your spouse and your relationship be? What would your relationship be with your children if you have them? What would your friendships look like? I want you to pretend like it's actually happening now. That everything over the course of the next year has gone exactly how you wanted it to be to arrive at this place where you have a thriving relationship with your loved ones. What does it feel like to receive their love and warmth, the way they look at you, the way they talk to you? If anything were possible, in an ideal world, what would that be like for you? And I want you to really visualize it like it's happening right this moment. Really feel what it would be like to be that version of yourself in a year's time. Experiencing deep connection with those that you care about. How grateful you feel. How open your heart. Really feel it as if it's happening now. Next, if anything were possible, what would your finances look like in a year's time from now? In an ideal world, what does your money situation look like? And I want you to imagine it like it's happening right this moment. What does it feel like to have financial abundance? The freedom it brings you. and really feel into how good that might feel. If financially you're in the perfect position that you've always wanted to be. If anything were possible, which it is. Feel that abundance. Next, let's take a look at our fitness. In a year's time, if anything were possible, and you were to work at this regularly every day throughout the next year, what would your fitness look like? If you've been eating right, drinking clean, healthy water, getting good sleep, exercise, I want you to take a look in the mirror at yourself a year from now. And if everything were ideal and possible, which it is, what do you look like? How strong do you look? How has your face changed? What does it feel like to be strong? What does it feel like to have your heart beating in your chest? And know that it's possible. But I want you to feel in this moment like it's already happened. That you're already this ideal version of yourself physically. Because you've put in the time over the next year to make that a reality. How good that feels. Next, let's take a look at our faith or your spirituality, or if neither of those resonate with you, what does your connection look like outside of yourself? Your service to your community, those you care about, whatever that means to you, God, spiritual, the divine, or perhaps just the connection to your community. And if everything were ideal, what would your relationship with that faith look like? What would it feel like? Having spent the next year being of service to something higher than yourself, what does the ideal version of your faith or belief look like to you? Your love and connection to something outside yourself, what does that look like? What does that feel like? Being of service to others is the greatest drug there is, the ultimate serotonin release. How is it going to feel for you in a year's time? And last, but certainly not least, what are you going to be doing for fun a year's time from now? What's something that you've always wanted to do? Something you've always wanted to try? Perhaps you've always wanted to try a martial art. Perhaps you've always wanted to climb a mountain, to go skydiving, to go surfing, whatever it is. What is something that you want for fun to achieve in the next year? And visualize yourself in the moment when you get to do that. How good it feels to do something for yourself, to live your life, to stoke your fire. Being of service, we oftentimes forget to take care of ourselves, which we can take for a long time. We can grind it out. But now's your chance to feed your fire, to fill your cup, to pursue something that's meaningful to you, just for fun, just for the joy of the experience. What is that to you? And I want you to visualize yourself experiencing it as if it's happening in this moment right now. Let's take a nice big breath. Exhale your air. Inhale into your belly, topping off your chest, and a nice big exhale. Breathe naturally. Now, if all were possible, which it is, what are you going to start to do today to make these goals a reality? What will be your first step? It's up to you. Now you've perhaps had the vision. Now it's time to do the work to accomplish those goals, to accomplish your dreams. When you're ready, you can open your eyes to come out of the practice. Thanks for joining me.